So Scott, on reflection from Monday night, did you take a lot from the performance?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've watched it back, and obviously we do a post-match analysis as a group. In terms of performance, I thought probably up in both boxes we didn't do so great, but up to that I thought we got into some really good situations with the ball. Sort of post-analysis, we recognised that sometimes the quality of our cross wasn't quite good enough, but also we didn't get enough bodies in the box, and that was a negative really. So when the balls were coming in there, we were getting outnumbered. So even if we didn't win the first one and the second ball was dropping down, we weren't there either. So that was something we worked on a little bit this week, and definitely looking at quality of crossing and making sure we get the bodies in the box.
In terms of the result, is that something that you won't dwell too much on?
I think results are why we're in the game, so you always dwell on that. You know, after the game, you sort of say to lads, listen, you know, can't fault your attitude, can't fault some of your football, but we've lost the game because we've made individual mistakes, and also we haven't punished them when we've got in good situations and we haven't had the quality on the night. So that's something for them to reflect on, as well as players, as well as the staff, and to recognise it's something we've got to improve on.
This week we've got Middlesbrough on a Sunday. Has that made your week slightly different?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it means we've got a less day recovery, but that's not really a problem for boys at this age. But yeah, we just move everything a day forward in terms of what we're trying to do. But you know, we've got enough time to focus and prepare for the game.
And what sort of test do Middlesbrough bring? Well,
Middlesbrough are top of the league, so watched a little bit of them, and they look a hard-working team with some quality. And again, they look like they've got goals in them as well, so we look like we've got a really difficult game, but that's a challenge we're looking for the players, and they've got a chance to bounce back, obviously, from Monday night.
And how's your squad looking going into the game?
A little bit more experienced. They've got some first-team players, so Conor Ronan's come back for a game, Michael Zyro, Prince and Sylvan, so from that point of view, that means that the work we've done today and the work we do tomorrow is important, that we sort of just try and get some more understanding into them. That makes things a little bit difficult, but the game's at Riverside against Middlesbrough, so hoping that the first team players will respond to that, as well as obviously young players, and we're looking forward to the game.
How's Sherwin Sayedorf doing? Obviously we missed out on him on Monday night.
Yeah, Sherwin's still got a tight glute, and obviously because his game's based around speed, we're obviously a little bit mindful of that, and we're protecting him a little bit, and he's still a young boy developing physically, so we'll be patient with him and probably start training again next week. So yeah, that's disappointing him because he was doing really well and it's made a big impact over the last few weeks, but again, it's an opportunity for somebody else.
You mentioned Conor Ronan's back in your squad. How impressed were you with his performance at Manchester City on Tuesday night?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen the performance because I didn't get to the game, but obviously the feedback we're getting about him, obviously Bright as well, in terms of two young players who've come through the academy, is fantastic for everybody. Obviously Morgan away with England in the World Cup, get to the World Cup final, and I've sort of watched his last game and I thought he had a fantastic performance. So yeah, it sort of shows that what we're doing's working, and we've got a lot of good people and obviously a lot of good players as well, and we hope that there's some other boys to follow him onto that sort of first team squad.
You always mentioned about your role as being, despite the results with your team, as bringing players through, and so it must be so pleasing for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously at the very top of it, what they're doing, I've been following Connor Johnson and Leakey away on their loans, and what they're doing, Aaron Simpson as well. So yeah, we're continuously trying to stretch our players and make it a real challenge for them, because we think that's the best way for them. You know, Bright and Connor have really taken on that challenge and developed very quickly into first team players and first team squad players. And obviously Morgan has 30 minutes was after being out all pre-season, then goes to the World Cup and looks a top class player. So again, that shows a lot of the good work that people in the academy have done over a lot of years.
And finally, we've seen the signing of Benny Ashley-Seal into your squad. Can you tell us a bit more about him?
Yeah, well, Benny's been at Norwich a long time, and for whatever reason decided he wanted to move on. We've had a good look at him. We see a lot of potential in him. He's physically very good, a good specimen. He's a good goal scorer. He's got a great goal scoring record, especially at under-18s football. We see him another player with a lot of potential, who we hopefully can develop and turn into a player.